So welcome everybody to this beautiful equinox, spring equinox time together, sharing about some of the elements. And I'm going to share some elements from the Druidic traditions. And the first is I'm going to bring up a beautiful image of Aldebaran, which is the sacred star of the spring equinox. And the subtitles for Aldebaran are the one who sees, the eye of God, the little flashlight. And for us, that interprets as our inner observer, the true self, or Mingjue, that sees beyond the old reference framework and rises above the old habits and patterns to higher frequencies, mirroring the original Huanyuan Qi of the universe. So take a moment to feel the spiral of energy in Aldebaran that radiates out from your true center, your central column that is alive with the new spring energies, flowing like the sap in all trees and plants on the planet right now, rising up in the parts of the planet that are now in springtime. Then I'm going to bring up a new image of the sacred tree. And this is a spiral tree. And just soften your gaze into this tree and feel this spiral that we've been working with Teacher Wei in this particular module with the dragon dance and the dragon arms. So this tree is in partnership with Aldebaran. And it's asking us to observe and be in reflection of our truth through this spiral energy. So feel into this grand spiral from the earth to the heavens, symbolic of growth, transformation, the journey between the physical and the ethereal or the spiritual, between the chi body and space body and our divine feminine of Mother Earth in ourselves. And out of this fertile womb arises a potent space of Mingjue, of divine transformation, energy awakening, our original blueprint, and destiny as pure energy expressed in form. The mantra from the Druid priestess I studied with in 2003, Nicole Bertolucci, this was her mantra for this tree. Favor the being rather than the seeming. Accept others with their differences. Be in truth with yourself and you will be free. And I've chosen Stravinsky's Rite of Spring. It is a very raw piece of music and dance. It was a ballet that is rooted in Russian pagan rituals. And it is based on sacrifice of a young maiden so that the spring and the earth can renew. I've chosen just the first part, which is the adoration of the earth. It's probably the most gentle, but you'll feel the dissonances and the harmonies and the weavings, and I would like you to just free move in your dragon arms or whatever this inspires in terms of the spirals and in terms of your own energy where you are. It does reflect some of the chaos and dissonance in the world, and it does reflect these beautiful melodies and harmonies that are weaving in through this whole first section. So, and if it's disturbing to you, turn the sound off and just move. It's not meant to disturb, but it might stir things up. It's the stirring up of all the energies it takes the earth. It's not just harmony, it's also dissonance. It's like light and dark. If you don't know light or you don't know dark, you don't know the other one. Same with harmony and dissonance. we wouldn't know what harmony is without dissonance in our lives and in the world. So I'm going to share the music, and I invite you to stand up and move in any way your body needs to move in this moment. Okay, going to share screen. finishing your movement. Bringing yourself back from the music. Taking a seat, and Steph, if you'd like to lead us into a sharing or whatever you're feeling we need in this moment.
Thank you, Suan. Let's open it up for any good information that anyone would like to share.
I'd like to.
Go ahead, Karen.
I wanted to share my experience with the surgery I had Tuesday. I had surgery for my sciatica, and it was really the most amazing experience for me. On the way to the hospital from our hotel, I did La Chi, and I just immediately went into Mingjue State, and I think I stayed there throughout the whole experience, and the experience was so amazing. The hospital was amazing. The staff were amazing. Um, we had to wait quite a while before they started the surgery. Didn't bother me. We just waited, and I think I was in Mingjue, for a couple of days, just pretty much most of the time. And I don't think I've been like that. I go in and out, but I don't not have had the experience of being there for a long time. And it was a really great news break too, because I didn't think about anything going on, in our country, in the world, or whatever, and had an assistant. And so when I got to the OR, it's just, I don't remember anything, but it was just so fluid, just so flowing, no worries, nothing like that. And it's interesting, like having the surgery was a gift because it gave me so much Mingjue in my daily life. So I'm just so grateful for the whole thing, and I've had minimal pain after. So it's just really, really wonderful. And I just wanted to share that. And I really felt the community, and I felt the love and the support of everybody. And so I'm really grateful for all of that. And yeah, it was just really a good experience. And I don't necessarily think surgery doesn't always seem to be a good experience, but this was for me. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Howla. Just taking in all that good information. The good outcomes and the opportunities to practice in ways that we may not ask for, but somehow help us go deeper.
I forgot I did La Chi in the hospital waiting as well, and I just immediately was there. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Gary.
Yeah, yeah, I was kind of the support person, and Karen, has had several surgeries, and it's always like tense and worry and everything, and this was totally different. And we were doing La Chi as she was waiting, to go to prep, and we visualized, you know, everything being around the whole body. And I started, this might seem a bit strange, but into my mind were coming people that I know through the practice. And it was like a gathering, of people and like a support background. And it went back years, even to people that I met, back with Ming Tong. And and all of a sudden, I could see like tops of heads, and there were like thousands of heads, just the tops of the head, just and then that all went away. But I knew that we had support of everybody. I mean, it was something I'd never experienced visually. It's and that's what I wanted to share. And and aside from missing roundabouts, it was a pretty good experience.
Allah, Gary.
Allah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
And receiving that information and that image and feeling the support of the community and of sources known and unknown, just taking in that good information. Would anyone else like to share some good information?
I just want to thank Karen and Gary for giving us that beautiful update. I'm very appreciative. Thank you. And I'm glad to see you guys. Thanks.
Allah.
Allah.
Angie.
I want to share. I suppose the good information is that I'm challenged to work on my spiritual task of acceptance. I'm feeling really overwhelmed, and my therapist says that means it's because it's time for me spiritually to learn to ask for help, which may well be true. Bobby is continuing to progress, but it's very slow, and she's very exhausted. And when we asked the OT how long the exhaustion might last, she said that in her experience it lasts often a couple months with brain surgery. And yesterday we went to the seizure doctor, and he said it could be 6 months to a year. So it's being hard for me to accept that there's not an immediate relief in this process, and the challenge of going back and finding the support in the community and the relief in in this community and in the Qigong and the trust that what we need to get through this will open up. And we're finding bits and pieces, but right now I still really need to be held in people. So thank you.
Thank you, Angie, holding you in the field, trusting that everything will move with grace and ease, sending our good information to how long it really can take and how quickly it can happen. Allah.
Allah. Surrounding you in the field of miracles.
Anyone else? This is a beautiful segue. I'm going to read a passage from Teacher Wei's class. This is starting on page 11 of the transcripts. But before I do, I just wanted to add that this equinox time, most of us know it's a time of balance where no matter where you are on the earth, you're experiencing balance between light and day. And the equinox, spring and fall, are the only times this happens. And I think we've mentioned before in many cultures, including in China, it's common to put water out, like it would be tonight, so that it soaks up the information coming through from the sun and the earth, and receiving that information and that essence of balance gets infused into the water, and then it's available for us to drink or do whatever we want with all year. I also think of it as a time to remember and experience the balance between thinking or doing and just being, and balance between the mind and the baby heart, between trusting and experiencing, between that pure consciousness energy, the dragon energy, and the whole body chi, the tiger, and then between having intentions and then not being attached to the outcomes of our intentions. Teacher Wei said this about intentions. And I'll paraphrase before I begin the quote. He was showing us how to use instruction information and how to direct the chi by consciously thinking, go down, go out, go in. This is instruction information. But we can also give the specific information of creation. That is to say, we not only mobilize chi, but we transform it to a new state. And just reflect on this. There are no limitations. It doesn't matter what our minds say, what our past experiences say, what the doctors say. We can mobilize and transform chi. He says, in your mind, feel how you become a beautiful, healthy, harmonious chi body. You have an intention. We can call this kind of information intentional information or creative information. Consciously think the whole body open, merge and transform and become new. Close, gather chi into the body, transform, become new. You can see, you can feel. The intentional information should be very sure. In your pure consciousness, you trust your creative, intentional information. Even visualize this information. When you just think the pure information, that's enough. But because we are used to trusting what we can see, we can also visualize the information has already become reality. If you trust your intention, it's already enough. For example, think the liver becomes healthy and beautiful. In your pure consciousness, you just have this trust. That's the liver's entire information, and the chi has already changed. This is very pure and simple, intentional information. Just trust. So let's pull in our intentions for the practice, the people we care about, for gentle healing and awakening, the situations in the world where love, joy, peace, harmony, gratitude, and acceptance are needed. And feel how it will feel when this has already been realized. And let's carry that joy into our practice. Then he reminds us on the next page, consciousness needs to have clear instructions and create intentional information. This is the foundation. Then you can have sounds combined with movements for your body, your breathing. This is almost everything in our life. This is almost everything in our practice. So now we pull these important concepts together and the practice begins with the dragon. In Chinese, we call the spine the dragon's spine because the form of the spine is like a dragon. Inside the spine, we find the central nervous system. At the top is where our brain, where consciousness appears. So when we practice the movement of the dragon, we need to combine clear, pure consciousness and the chi body together. This balance. Dragon and tiger merge together. This actually means pure consciousness harmonizes with the whole body chi. Now observe Shenji Palace. Merge our pure consciousness with chi. Say shu gently, silently. Your Shenji Palace is very peaceful. Experience the purity and deep peace. Shu. Observe the neck inner space. Feel the ha, ha, ha moving through all the cells of the neck. Shu. Observe the shoulders and arms inner space. Observe the chest inner space. Observe the abdomen inner space. Observe the spine inner space. And the legs inner space. Observe the whole body, chi space. Merge into the whole universe. Now in this foundation, We end the human life information, any limiting information. We feel love, joy, and immediately we feel ourselves become different. Experience this. Say, shoo, ha, ha, ha. Your inner smile expands in the whole big chi body. More life force is activated. Shoo, ha, ha, ha. We feel happy and joyful. We mobilize and transform our chi. Consciousness information leads this transformation. You can sit or stand as Shenji draws circles. We're going to practice crane's neck. Tucking our chin in, raising it up and forward. Connecting with the Dazhu energy point. Shenji draws circles down to Huanyan Palace. Shenji draws circles down to Lower Dantian and Mingmen. Sitting or standing, caterpillar movement begins. Allow yourself to flow with what feels right for you. Flow with the energy arising, flow with the music. Feel the dragon waking up. Caterpillar begins turning into dragon. Separate your feet slightly. We're going to begin dragon swimming movement. Breathing into Mingmen and our spine. Now we'll begin dragon head. Shenji Palace draws the infinity circle. We hold a chi ball. See the infinity circle. Feel the chi moving as you draw it. Now separate your feet more, holding the chi ball, moving the ribs, abdomen, and waist, slowly moving the infinity symbol. Lower dantian, moving, drawing the infinity symbol. Mingmen leads the spine to draw the infinity symbol. Now close your feet a little. Hold a chi ball. Lift chi up to the center of the galaxy. Tuck your chin in. Squeeze your glutes. Feel yourself as a pure column of chi, and gently bend back as much as is comfortable, opening your arms. When you're ready, coming back, arms overhead. Tuck your chin in again, squeeze your glutes, gently bend down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bow your body to the hip level and let your arms just rest, relax by the side of the body, and shake your dragon, shaking like a dog coming out of water, feeling warm in lower dantian and mingmen. When you're ready, palms touch the earth, press 3 times. And slowly lift up the chi ball, stretching up. The center of the galaxy, receiving that pure creation chi that merges with the chi from the earth, moving freely up and down through the renmai and the dumai, all systems harmonized. When you're ready, tuck your chin, squeeze your glutes, and bend back as much as feels comfortable. And then lift up. And bow again. Chin tucked, one vertebrae at a time. When your arms reach 90 degrees, let them relax and shake your dragon. Feel the warmth in lower dantian and Mingmen. The chi is gathering, absorbing that vital life force energy. When you're ready, reach down further, press 3 times towards the earth. When you're ready to stand, palms rest on Juchi, or if you're sitting, on your thighs. Let's practice Mingmen inner palace breathing with our chi bodies and universal chi. Integrating. Bringing our hands together and bowing in deep gratitude to Dr. Pong, to all the ancient wisdom traditions that he created Zen and Qigong from, to Teacher Wei, and all the teachers, practitioners, organizers, to the pure awakened field of consciousness itself, and it drawing us here together. Gratitude for the intentions we put in the field and our certainty that they or something better are being mobilized by the pure awakened consciousness field. And are already flowing back to us, flowing back to the planet, assuring us that during these times of transformation on this planet, love, joy, peace, gratitude, harmony are already creating a new existence. Gratitude to each other for showing up and strengthening the field. And gratitude to ourselves. Haula, haula, haula. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Suan. That was so delicious.
Thank you.
Thank you both. It was beautiful. Thank you so much, both of you, all of you.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you both, and thank you, everyone. Thank you. Blessings.
Well, I have a new favorite. It's the infinity sign with Mingmen with you doing the flute.
Yeah, that was delicious. Thank you.
I was so inspired by watching all of you moving in those infinity patterns. It was such a mutual, we were just all in that symphony together, you know, creating that vibration. And the wood flute at spring is my favorite. It's my heart wood flute of the spring. So, you know, it wants to sing at this time of year. So thank you for being a part of that. That's really
Suan.
I have to admit, Stephanie, when you said that one of the patterns of the ritual was to bring water outside, that nature has certainly done that for us again in the Midwest. Because it brought frozen water in generous amounts.
Oh, haula.
Oh, well, I share with you that we had a huge storm on Sunday, and we were finally plowed our road to get out yesterday morning. You could not drive a vehicle on it. It was citywide. So we had our frozen water too.
And I learned, for those of you who do want to put water out tonight in a jar, if it is very cold or it's going to be below freezing, you can just put a little salt in there, and that'll keep it from freezing.
I do this in the summertime at Camp on the Rock. I have a blue bottle with a blue glass on top, and I put that out with other jars of water for have the photons go inside and the earth energy. And it's like my drink. It's so cool. Thank you, Hella.
Have a beautiful equinox, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Many blessings.